It's time to continue our journey towards 2 million gold, starting from absolutely zero. In the last episode, we started with 0 item level and 0 copper in our bag. Right now, we're up to 63 item level, 43,000 gold, and our journey has just begun. I'm so hyped for this episode to see how much gold we can end up with, and also if we can make some gold with fishing, because I'm gonna try out some fishing now and see if that is any good to have, or if it is a terrible idea. We might also check out cooking a little bit later, but we'll see about that. But in general, I think we're gonna be able to make quite a lot of gold, and we're also gonna try a bunch of different new stuff. So let's get started with skilling up our fishing a bit, because we're currently only at 29 skill, and that's not gonna take us that far. So I guess the grind with fishing starts now. It's not my most fun and enjoyable profession. It's quite slow, but it is very relaxing. You kind of don't have to focus at all. You just have to listen for when the bobber actually pops up, and then you're ready to catch your fish. But let's see how long I have patience for fishing and see how much skill we can reach. So I didn't really have a lot of patience for fishing, so I moved on to Sulaman. I found a wreckage here. I like to fish the wreckages. I went on and did a gathering session because I felt like that was more important to get done now, and since it's so much more efficient in terms of gold making, I was like, it's time to do some gathering now. I was also streaming when doing this, so really wanted to do some gathering. And we ended up progressing in mining and herbalism pretty good. And we also finally decided to put our Hearthstone in Sulaman, since we can just use the key of Arcana to portal back to Silvermoon. So that is really good, and I highly recommend to do that. You don't really need 2 Hearthstones to Silvermoon, so make sure you get use of the key of Arcana. That is one that you got from doing the campaign, so all of you should have it. I also think that it is high time to buy the equipment for our characters, so I actually went ahead here and bought the blue sickle for herbalism. I decided to go with perception because I wanted to try to see if we can get some nice gold with perception. Even though I know that finesse is best, you should go finesse even on herbalism, unless the Lotus gets over like 3-4k. Maybe then you should consider perception, but until then, finesse is just king. It's so much better. However, in mining, I went with finesse, of course, because it's just so good, and the dazzling thorium isn't really anything to have. They are for sure a few hundred gold each right now, but it's not going to be worth it to have perception on it. So finesse is king. I'm not going the optimal build here. I am going a little bit more of a fun build for me to get some more heavy RNG, and yeah, I just enjoy it, and I really wanted to just try. In terms of our knowledge points here in herbalism and mining, it's looking like this. Not really any huge progress, but we have a few points here to spend, so we're gonna do that. But we are definitely progressing and making more and more gold per time spent. That is one thing that is for sure. But before we go out for our next gathering session, we gotta clean our bags, so let's post everything up here that we have gathered before. Then once again here, I go for another session of mining and herbalism. And as we can see here on the gold per hour, it is not the best at the moment. I am getting like 20k an hour, which is kind of debatable, but it is of course that I don't have the best setup, because later on here, we're gonna see we make way more gold per hour. So already here, we are up to 37k. Maybe we were lucky here proccing some lotuses. I think we might have actually done that, but it is quite RNG heavy, you know, because you have the chance of getting lotuses, and that's so much gold per hour to you if you get them. Like some sessions 8 lotuses per hour, some sessions you get 1, so it's a little bit RNG, and especially now when we have the perception tool. But once again, back to the auction house to post up everything that we have farmed, and it is starting to add up. We don't have enough Voidlight Marl to go ahead and buy the mining knowledge point book from the renowned vendor, so I thought it was a great opportunity here to do 3 quests in Voidstorm that was really close to each other. That gave me a lot of Voidlight Marl. I did that, and I think that was really good, because getting those 10 extra knowledge points is really strong actually, so go get them if you haven't. Here we bought the Whisper of the Loa Mining that we buy in Sulaman, so that's additional 10 knowledge points. As you can see here, it's starting to add up now. I had a lot of unspent, so we are gonna make way more gold now when we are farming. That is amazing. That is really, really nice. So I just went for a little bit of a continuation here of a session of gathering, and also ended up doing a little bit of fishing there in the end. The grind so far hasn't been too huge. I've been having a little bit of a break because I've been so busy with other stuff in World of Warcraft and outside of World of Warcraft as well. So I haven't been able to work too hard on the challenge, but now we're back and we're gonna go absolutely ham today. We have 116 fishing skill skill right now. I have been doing a little bit of gathering, and our current mining specialization is looking like this. We have 39 in plentiful ores and 40 out of 40 right there. And then in herbalism, we have 40 out of 40 in bountiful harvest and also 40 out of 40 here in bloombringer. My decision here is quite hard. I'm actually not sure if I should go for botany now, just to get all of these nice stats that you get here, instead of just going for one specific herb. I'm like not going the optimal route here. I'm going like more of a fun route, going for the nocturnal lotus, trying to get more of them. It's not the optimal in terms of gold per hour. Just going finesse and just going like 20 in the most expensive herbs here is probably the best, and then botany. But I think I'm actually gonna learn botany here and go for that, and then we will go into the other herbs. I don't know if it's a good one or it's a bad one, because we will get less probably rank 2 herbs, which is a little bit bad because they are very valuable. Maybe we will get more nocturnal lotus at least, so we will see. I will actually take the decision now and fill this one out to 10 points. The plan right now is to go back to Silvermoon, scan the auction house for some gear, because I've seen some recommendations in the comments that I can actually go and buy very cheap gear off the auction house. So maybe we go and check some, because that can be a good way to get a little bit better gear real quick. And then we of course can do the world quest to upgrade our gear later on, but for now it would probably be good with a quick fix to just get the gear, so we can check that out as well. We also have a little bit of a mailbox to open, which we can do and see like if we can buy something useful for that as well. Fishing is like rough to level up. It goes pretty slow. It's not like you're getting one skill per fish. It takes a little bit, but I've been doing some fishing here, as you can see, 24 gore guppies, and like not too bad, but not a lot of fishing either. But hopefully today I can actually try to get like an hour or 2 of gathering in to make some gold, and that would be really good for our progress, because then we can actually get pretty much everything that we need in terms of getting fully upgraded on everything, I think. If we even go and get accessories for mining and herbalism, I haven't decided yet if it's gonna be worth it or not, because I saw that the max rank accessories at least was very expensive on the auction house. Maybe we get the lower ranks, but we'll see where we take it. I've also respect to Guardian, by the way, because it's way easier to not die. That was some suggestions on stream, and it's actually a good call. Maybe I deal slightly less damage, but I would be dead by now if I were still feral, so I think this is a good decision actually. Apparently I was in war mode and got absolutely nuked by this Swedish guy here. I know he's Swedish because, yeah, that's a Swedish name. We would have to get slightly more Voidlight Marl as well to be able to buy the next knowledge point book for herbalism, so that would be really good if we can manage to get that as well, and that should get really quick if we just find a world quest with Marl. But let's get to Silvermoon and see if we can do a little bit of a shopping spree. First of all, let's open our mailbox from the previous gathering we did. We had 28.4k here, which is amazing, so we're gonna collect that. Like, gathering is really good right now. I feel like it's really good, so I need to do more of it. I can't be slacking, so that is really nice. 34k is what we have now. I'm just gonna have a quick look though at the equipment for the professions. Here is like 22k for this accessory. We're not buying that right now. However, this one for 7.6 I think we should upgrade actually. I'm gonna do it because we get both skill and finesse, so we're gonna get this one. And question is if we should get... I think we actually gonna get this 218 one for 6.5k as well. I don't know if it's the best purchase, but now we did it. Because then we get extra skill, which have a higher chance to get us extra rank 2 herbs. And then also we get some perception and deafness. So that isn't too bad, I think. I hope at least. But let's look at mining. Okay, this one is basically 8k for this one. Deafness and perception, we are going to get this one as well. This one 11.7k. It's quite expensive in my opinion because I craft those myself and I know that they can be bought cheaper. Do we spend our last gold here? Like, we are getting down again in gold, but I think that's gonna be worth it, you know. I'm gonna spend it here and we're down to 800 gold. I know I'm spending a lot of gold in our challenge to get to 2 million, but I really want to feel like I'm like pretty optimized in terms of gathering when I'm out gathering. So at least now we have the best equipment almost that we can possibly get. At least I think we're gonna be totally fine with what we have now forever basically. Okay, let's look at some equipment here. This was too expensive for us right now. I think it's not worth. Shoulders, yeah, 40 gold for a pair of shoulders. We're gonna get that one, absolutely. Chest, looking at 84 gold for a chest, or 90 gold for this one. That we take as well. Legs, too expensive. Feet, yeah, we can get a pair of feet here for, yeah, I guess 150 gold here as well. Okay, so that's gonna be huge for our item level. We're still missing some piece then, legs, I guess, but that's gonna be huge for our item level, because now we almost have every gear slot filled. 102, 111, 121. Okay, so we're missing head and legs, and that hopefully we can get from some world quest, or we check back later when if there is something else. But now we're getting there. 121 eye level, we will be quite easily be killing mobs now, I think. Let's also equip our equipment here for mining. Boom, boom. And then for herbalism. Holy shit, we're getting stacked now. We are gonna be so efficient when gathering now. It's actually ridiculous. Let's see if we can get a container, or a bag, I mean. Yeah, the weaver cloth bag, 150 gold. That feels like a no-brainer to get, right? Let's just get it. 150 gold. We get 2 more bags, or actually we get 3 bags. Holy shit, we're down to 143 gold again. That is not the best, but now we are a lot of decked out. I don't even know what we're gonna be spending more gold on, because now we have bags, we have the equipment, we have everything to be pretty much pissed out, which is really, really nice. Let's post the current herbs and stuff that we have. This one is 1659 gold now, the Nocturnal Lotus. Holy shit, it is getting higher. And tomorrow we have the release of raids, so that's going to be interesting to see what happened with prices, if they stay the same, if they go down, if they go up, or what happens. It's going to be interesting. I also, of course, want to check out cooking later, so that's going to be one thing that we're going to be spending gold on. Even if it's not that good, I still want to check it out and see. I don't know if it's good or not, but we need to investigate. So that's what we're gonna, that's at least something that we're gonna invest our gold in. Yeah, 4.5k of core guppies. So that's good. And we have the consumables for going out gathering for a while as well, so we don't have to really worry about that either. And now we can vendor some stuff here as well. There we go. At least our bag is looking a little bit more cleaner, and we have 256 gold in our bag now, and we're ready to go absolutely ham for mining and herbalism. So I think I will do that, and we will see what we end up with. Maybe I will continue with some fishing as well, because I really want to try to get it up to 300. But we'll see on that if that's something we will do right now, or if we will do it that later. One quick little tip here that I got from someone in chat. If you use the ability Green Thumb that you have in your spell book, that's only supposed to work in the War Within. Apparently it works in Midnight. I don't know if it works, because I can't really confirm it, but they said so maybe it actually do. But other than that, just another juicy farming session. Like, so much farming, I feel like. I am getting used to it more and more now, and it's really good to get into mining and herbalism and learn a lot about it. And as we can see also about the gold per hour here, it is really crazy. We're reaching 60k. So the gold per hour has really ramped up during the week here, and the rank 2 ores has gone up so much in price, so that is really good. We're making a consistent, insane amount of gold per hour now. So as we can see here, when I posted it up on the auction house, we're looking at over 42,000 gold there. That's just amazing. I did some more fishing, and I actually managed to hit about 140 skill. It is taking a lot of time to get skill in fishing. My patience with it isn't the best, so I usually just end pretty quickly and just go for dual gathering instead. I really much more like gathering than fishing. Sadly, I guess, because it would be really fun to get fishing up and try it, but that is something that we can do in the later episodes. Okay, so it's time to do our first runs in the Abundance event. Doing this event, you can get a bunch of different rewards from this vendor, but the most important thing you can get is the Fused Vitality. This one is used for crafting epic profession equipment and tools, so getting this is really, really important. However, it takes you 3 resets in total to be able to get the 20 needed, so it is kinda huge grind, you know? But we're still gonna do it, and we're gonna see if we ever get to buy our epic tool, or if we hit 2 million before that. You never know, but we at least gotta do it. And doing this event has been really not liked for most people playing Midnight, because this event is kind of like really boring and really grindy, and it has been nerfed and buffed and nerfed, and luckily they buffed it today a little bit, so it's actually playable again. It's not my favorite thing to do, and I have needed to grind this on like 12 characters or 10. I'm like such a degen with all my profession characters. I've been spending a lot of time in doing this event, and it's, yeah, as you can understand, and it's not my favorite thing to do. But we're gonna do it on here and see if we ever get to use the actual abundance that we farm. If we don't, we can also use it to buy other stuff for the vendor, but I do still think I'm gonna use it on this character. And even if we don't get to use it in the challenge, you know, I can use it later. Or we can even opt in and go for cooking with it instead of going for the gathering professions, you know. It's definitely good that we do it. And we also get some raw gold from the cash that you get there. It's about 2,000 gold, I believe. So I will keep rushing this event now until I'm done. And then I will do something else. But I better get this done at least. Okay, so right here we actually have a world quest that gives us a great pair of legs. And we don't have any legs at the moment. So I'm definitely gonna do this one. There are a lot of them here for gear upgrades as well. I'm not sure if it's... Oh shit, that was a max level. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do the other ones, but I'm definitely gonna do this one at least, where I can get a pair of legs. Since I have no legs, it's a huge upgrade. Would be nice if we could get another headpiece as well. We also do have gotten a lot of Voidlight Marl now from both running the abundance thing and doing some other world quests. So now we can actually go and get our 10 knowledge points for herbalism as well. So that's gonna give us some nice extra gold for the next gathering session. So we are definitely progressing quite a lot right now. I'm really happy with what's going on, and I'm hyped to do another like long session of herbalism mining. I did like, I think a total of about an hour on stream earlier, and I was getting some great gold per hour. The first hour was showing me 60k an hour, but then I was pretty lucky getting the expensive lotus herbs. I think I got 6 of them in like 40 minutes. And then the next hour, it was showing me about 42k an hour. That was a little bit more slacky, but I think I can actually get close to 50k an hour consistently at the moment with just gathering. So that is really, really good. But now our item level is looking 135, so that is amazing. Now we can go and get the 10 extra knowledge points from Harandar and fill that into our herbalism knowledge point tree. Okay, so there it is, the lovely knowledge point book. So we're gonna get that one for 10 herbalism points. If you didn't know, there was actually an exploit that people did where you could buy multiple of these books if you didn't close the shop before you learned them. So there was a few people that did this exploit and got a lot of knowledge point and sadly kind of abused crafting and maybe even gathering. However, glad news, they have been banned and they have had their knowledge point reset to 0. So that's at least a good W from Blizzard. Just wanted to say that now, kind of fun fact. And here we actually have something for 25 Marl, a waste, 180 eye level. We're gonna get that as well, because why not? 25 Marl is basically nothing. So let's get that. And now we're looking at 137 item level, 11 more knowledge points in herbalism. So I'm actually gonna fill out botany here with 11 more points. We get some more finesse, which is awesome. And mining, we only had 1 additional point, but that is filled out now, and we unlocked the brilliant silver. So this is good. It's looking great, and I think I'm gonna do a little bit of a gathering session now to try to increase our goal a little bit more. I think that's the plan at least. Okay, I think it's time for a mailbox opening real quick, because I want to see how the situation is looking and how much gold we at. So let's have a real quick look at the mailbox, and it's looking at 69,900 gold. That is absolutely not bad for a little bit of gathering yesterday. So that we will take. However, one thing I can say is that if I sold this today instead, it would have been worth, I think, above 100k, because the current prices is extreme. If you don't know, the season launched today as I'm recording this, and the prices has been going up and up and up on a lot of stuff, especially the rank 2 materials. They have been going crazy. So I'm thinking like I should end tonight with a little bit of a gathering session. I can get some more knowledge points because we're at a new reset now as well. So I think that will be really good. We should definitely go and get some more deafness food first though. I eventually want to try out cooking as well, because I do think that could be something that we could passively gain gold with when we have some AFK time. So I really want to check out that eventually, but I think we should try to get a few hours of gathering in before, or at least a little bit of gathering in before. We don't only want to invest all of our gold all the time, we kind of want to also bring this number up, because the goal is 2 million, right? It's not to constantly hit 0 again. So I will go for a gathering session now. I think I will do it in Sulaman, collect some knowledge points at the same time. That has been reset now, and we'll see when I get to the auction house again how much I've been gathering. Okay, so it's getting too late for me to continue farming, but I did a 27-minute session here. As we can see, I made 28.5k according to Kiwi Farm, so we're gonna go and check that if that is true or not. 62 2k per hour. I got 2 lotuses, so no crazy luck with it, I think. At least a little bit lucky. Maybe I would have had like 58k an hour without it, but the prices really has gone up, as you can see. I think we pulled, what did we get before? 40, 50k? I'm not fully sure what we have been getting before. I keep forgetting, but we're gonna learn the knowledge points here for both mining and herbalism. The weekly points. There we go. So now we do have some points to spend. We are gonna spend it in the copper ore because I think that is the best, because that is the thing that we get most of. So I think that's gonna be more important. And in herbalism, we're putting the 9 points in here as well, getting some nice stats. And unlocking mulching. I think mulching is really bad though, but at least we got some nice points there. We have some herbalism and mining quest that I totally forgot that we need to do. Let's do that one real quick. Okay, 20 tranquility boom. That's not bad. That's the cheapest one. And for mining, it is copper ore and dazzling thorium. Those are expensive. So that is actually quite an expensive quest, but we have to do it. There we go. So let's just fill in these nodes here. So that's currently where we're at with the knowledge points. We can get a little bit of catch up here, it looks like. Maybe a little bit more points we can get, but it's not far off being maxed at least. We still yet do not have enchants on the tools. I totally forgot about that. So maybe that is also something we're gonna invest in, but they are very expensive at the moment. So I think maybe we postpone it for a little bit at least. We'll see what happens. Now it's even more expensive since everything has pretty much gone up in value, except this. You can see this one is really low in price, and Sanguine Thorn is basically useless, the rank 1 as well. So I actually feel like the rank 1 herbs is not doing good. The rank 2, however, is doing good, and the Nocturnal Lotus is doing decent as well. It's up a lot since it was down, but it's going down maybe a little bit. Rank 1 ore pretty stable, but here like rank 2 ore at 169 for the base copper. I think we might have gotten a little bit debated with the gold per hour, but we'll see. 315 for rank 2 umbral tin. That's extreme. Silver ore, yeah, 271 a pop. Okay, so let's see here now. We have gotten a total of 26,000 gold. Yeah, that was basically, or let's see here. Yeah, 26,200 gold. So it was basically 2k less than what the Kiwi farm was showing. We would be looking at 26. We were probably looking at 58k an hour around that point with the current farming that we did. We will see what happens tomorrow, if it will go up or down, or like now the prices was a little bit more down, so maybe they're trending downwards again. It's like so volatile on the market now when it's just season launch and everything, and we'll see what's gonna happen. It's like going up and down all over the place. But now at least we did a little bit of a session. We'll see what we try out next, because leveling cooking is really cheap, so we might check out that next, or we keep grinding some gold, because if we sell this, we are very close to breaking our first 100,000 gold, but we'll see where we take it from here. We're back in the city, and we are gonna take a look at the mailbox because we have been doing some gathering. I hope we can see quite a bit here. Yeah, it's looking like 74,000 gold coming in here now, which is amazing. This is gonna double our gold already. Holy moly. This is really good. This is just really, really good. We're looking at 145,000 gold now, so that is really awesome. I thought it was about time for us to level up cooking. So we are gonna go to the cooking trainer and level it up. I'm not sure if we're gonna be spending anything on tools and stuff right now, because I feel like maybe we should save a little bit of gold before we start spending again, because I have a trouble of just spending too much. I feel like if we're ever gonna hit this 2 million gold. But let's learn cooking here. It's really, really cheap to level up. It's basically, I'm not sure if it's only vendor materials, but it is close to it at least. So we're gonna do this right now. As you can see, this one starts out with just some vendor materials. It looks like I was wrong. We cannot do it with only vendor materials. We gotta get to level 35, I think, because then we can actually go ahead and get our hearty food. So we're gonna buy some Sanguine Thorn, and we're gonna buy some of this mana thing from the vendor. That is really, really cheap. It's gonna cost us like, those are a gold or 2 each. They are so cheap right now, the Sanguine Thorn. So let's just buy a few of them. 74 gold. I think that's gonna be it, because I think we should be fine. When we get to 35 skill, then we can do this ones that we did from the vendor to hearty food, I think. And then you can do that all the way to max level, if I remember correctly. Yeah, there we go. We got the hearty food. So now we can just make the hearty food from the biscuits. And then we can just simply do that, I think, all the way up to level 100. I'm not sure if we go all the way to 100, but it goes very far at least. From 37 to 100, you can actually get with the hearty foods then. So that is really good. Really, really cheap to level up cooking with just vendor materials materials, and you gotta get those 10 skills there in between that cost us like 70 gold or something. I don't even know. So leveling cooking from 1 to 100 is just a few hundred gold, and that might not be good for our profits, you know, because if it's too easy to enter, the profits is probably not going to be the best. But we will have to wait and see, but I doubt it's going to be anything like really, really special. Of course, if we want to make profit with cooking, we are going to have to get the best in slot accessory and tool, and also enchant it, because that's the only way in cooking in Midnight to get multicraft. So we would have to enchant our tool with multicraft. There are finishing reagents you can use. 2 of them only give resourcefulness, which is kind of weird, but we have the one that gives you multicraft, and I haven't tested this one. I don't know how it performs. I just know it was very expensive when I was looking at it last time, so I'm not sure if we're gonna be able to use it or not, but that we will see later on. Okay, we finally hit 100 in cooking. Now we can vendor our stuff and see what's up with our total gold. Okay, so we have 142,000 gold now, and I am very, very happy about that, but I have not been putting the amount of time down in gathering as I'd hope I would have done, but I've just been so busy with other stuff. It is not many weeks into Midnight, so there is a lot of fun things to do, of course, but the grind has just begun, and I also know that if we just put a lot of effort into dual gathering, like, it is really, really strong right now. So if we do that, we can make a lot of gold pretty easily. So if you are struggling with making gold or on the journey now as well, if you want to make a lot of gold, try to take the opportunity to do this now rather than later, because with the current rank 2 material prices, it is actually really good gold per hour mining and herbalism. If you have like a basic setup that I do with the blue profession gear, 100 skill, and also then working on getting your knowledge points, you're easily gonna make over 50k an hour now as of recording, but you're gonna be making a good amount of gold, so don't sleep on it at least. But I hope you liked this episode. We made it to 140k gold. I think in the next one we're gonna make a lot more gold. This one has been a little bit up and down, but thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, considering joining up the Patreon if you want to support me a little bit extra, and don't forget to join the community Discord where you can get loads of help with gold making, or just join the most awesome community out there, guys. Thank you so much, and goodbye.